a little bit challenging with two people, but it's not impossible. I'm out here doing Street Epistemology. This is where we actually take a claim that somebody makes because they tend to think that it's true, and then challenge them by asking questions to see how can you be so sure that it is true.
Right.
Have you ever really thought about your reasons? Have you ever thought about the method that you're using to confirm those reasons? So maybe you think ghosts are real, or perhaps you think that there's a higher power, or maybe you have a really strong view on vaccines and there's no way I'm going to give my kids those things. That causes autism. The idea here is to take a claim that you make because you think that it's true, and then respectfully challenge you with questions to see how you could be so sure. Would you like to do it?
I don't think there's something I'm that passionate about.
Passionate. You don't have to be passionate about it, I suppose. But I guess it is helpful if you think to a certain degree that it's true. Do you bury statues in backyards to help sell house faster, or do you light sage to ward off evil spirits? Do you knock on wood to? Are you superstitious? Yeah, I actually did it.
I knock on. You knock on wood all the time.
Yeah.
I did a conversation earlier today with a woman who said that if she doesn't want it to rain, she can knock on wood, and then she gets a good feeling for having done it, even though she's not entirely sure that it has anything to do with controlling the weather. And then when we were done, I actually walked over to that tree, and I was like, I want it to get sunny out in the next 15 minutes, and I literally knocked on that tree over there. I'm skeptical that that actually has anything to do with it, but if you would like, we could explore that belief. Would you like to do that one?
I'm down. Yeah.
You're down? Okay. Would you like to be my assistant?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. Are you okay if I record this?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to put this here. You're a tall fellow, so I'm going to raise this up just a tad. My name is Anthony.
Okay.
What's your first name?
Justin.
Justin. Nice to meet you. And what is your first name?
Nadia.
Nadia. Hi. Pleasure. I'm going to jot that down because I'm horrible with names. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time. At least I don't want to. Is it Nadia?
Yes.
Okay. And would you... Well, you were saying that sometimes you do knock on wood?
Yeah.
But you don't want me to question you about it? You want to be more of an observer or an assistant? Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's awesome.
I mean, I do it too.
You knock on wood too? Good. Okay. I'll talk to Nadia here for a second.
Okay.
So when we're questioning Justin about his belief, it's really important that we listen to him, give him plenty of time to explain his position. This isn't about tricking him or trapping him. And yet it is about challenging him with questions. And if at any point you see him thinking about it, that's a clue for us to zip it and not say anything. Okay? Because we want him to think about it. All right, cool. All right, Justin. And if at any point you think that you have a really good question to ask, feel free to ask it. Okay? All right. Just so I'm understanding, what exactly is your claim with regards to knocking on wood? Like, what do you... If you can boil it down to a tweet, how would you phrase it?
I'd say, like, if you don't want to jinx something. Like, I say, geez, I hope I don't fall down the stairs. And then I walk down the stairs.
Like this big thing of stairs
Yeah.
here? Okay. How does that tie into the knocking on wood?
Like I'd knock on wood to not fall down the stairs. Or like if somebody mentions falling down the stairs, I'd just knock on wood to not fall down the stairs.
Okay, so as you're approaching the stairs, if you overheard somebody saying something about like, hey, watch those stairs or be careful, or...
I'll have a better example, actually.
Okay. Cool.
Say, I don't want to get caught doing something. And I say, well, I haven't got caught yet.
Okay.
I knock on wood to prevent myself from getting caught.
Ah, okay. That's interesting. So if you found yourself doing something that you were worried about getting caught for having done, it will cross your mind. You see how I'm repeating it back to him? It will cross your mind that if I knock on wood, it will increase the chances of me not getting caught.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. That's a really good claim. And then you'll knock on wood to hopefully not get, or decrease your chances of getting caught. Okay. Do you have a good question for him? Do you want to move? I notice the sun is in your eyes. Yeah, that's cool. What would be a good question to ask him with regards to this? Something that might challenge him a little bit about it.
Has there been a time that it didn't work?
Great question.
Thinking about it, I don't think so.
Let's
Yeah,
yeah, what?
I have gotten caught after knocking on wood,
Okay,
but I still do it.
interesting. Okay, can you repeat back what he just said so he can hear it?
So there's been a time where you got caught even though you knocked on wood.
Correct.
So there was a time that it crossed your mind, hey, if I knock on wood, it will help me prevent from getting caught. You knocked on wood, and then she asked this great question, has it ever not worked? And you said, well, yeah, there has been times where I've knocked on wood. Okay. What would be a good question that we can ask Justin that starts with the word how? Like, how could we...
How'd you learn about the superstition?
Oh, how'd you learn about this? Good question.
Just from, being a little kid, you see people doing it. So it's just something that's kind of instilled in your mind.
Here's my how question that I would ask. Actually, we'll start with if. But if there are instances where, this will be maybe our last question. If there are instances where you knock on wood and you think later, that helped me avoid getting caught, and then you think back later, that didn't help me avoid getting caught, how could we actually tell, how could we actually tell that knocking on wood has any influence whatsoever on the outcome?
Like, are you asking me literally how someone could test that? Take statistical data, take two groups of people, and some people knock on wood, some don't.
Oh, you're proposing a test?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, a test might be the way. Have you performed a test to this date?
No.
Okay. Okay. What do you? I think that's it. Yeah. What'd you think?
It's interesting.
What's the board and...
Well, the board is for taking notes, even though I wasn't really taking that many notes, but I have this magnet with what I'm doing on it. So would you like to have one?
Sure, thank you.
Okay, and you get one too.
Okay.
So if you search for Street Epistemology and my name Anthony, I don't know if I even gave you my name. I'm thinking about it. I'm sorry. But if you search for my name Anthony and then those words, you'll find examples of me doing this.
Okay.
The idea here is to encourage people to take a second look at the views that they hold to see if they're justified in holding them. Are you really justified in thinking that knocking on wood can literally change the outcome of events simply by doing it? And then how could we figure out that it really is working in the way that we might think that it is? And I do have a card here with my email on it. So if you are both out here again and you want to pick up the conversation, like maybe you want me to challenge you on a claim, or maybe we can actually revisit his claim again and go further.
Okay.
Or let's say you're out here solo, we can do a completely different topic. And then would you like to have one of these three pieces as a gift?
I would.
Which one would you like?
I like red. No, I like yellow.
Yellow?
Yeah.
Nadia?
I'll take blue.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Do you have any questions for me? Do you want to know where I stand on this? Do you want to know more about what I'm doing or why? Or
I
okay.
just kind of want to know some of the examples other people, like, what have you talked to other people about?
I've talked to people here about gender being a social construct, gun control. God comes up quite a bit. A lot of people think God is real. Hey, good friend of mine. What's going on, Jackson? Sorry, I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. You doing all right?
You too.
Yeah.
Kind of more like the controversial topics that bring up more.
Honestly, the
topic
more
for discussion.
controversial and the more core to who you are, the better the conversations seem to go.
Yeah.
When it's a belief like, yeah, I think paper bags are better than the plastic. Let's talk about that. Those are sort of not as interesting as beliefs that people hold and they act out on it, like knocking on wood.
Right.
That was a really lovely conversation, and that's the idea. Yeah. Thank you so much for stopping.
Be back with some friends.
Would you? Okay, yeah. Bring them back. The more, the merrier. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. Knocking on wood again. And I have to tell you, it is now fairly bright and sunny at the moment. Oh.